A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a groundbreaking announcement at Labour's state conference, Victorian Premier Jacinta Allan revealed plans to introduce legislation that would give workers the legal right to work from home for at least 2 days a week. This proposed law, set to be introduced in 2026, is poised to make Victoria the first state in Australia to legislate remote work rights. The Premier emphasized that if a job can be performed reasonably from home, employees should have the option to do so. Allan highlighted the benefits of remote work, noting that it saves families money, alleviates traffic congestion, and promotes greater workforce participation, especially among women, single parents, and caregivers. This isn't about whether the work gets done, it gets done. This is about power. It's about who gets to call the shots and who gets pushed around, Allan stated passionately during her speech. She further asserted that the proposed law aims to ensure respect, dignity, and fairness for workers, particularly those who struggle to maintain a work-life balance. However, the implementation of this law raises questions regarding enforcement, particularly since industrial relations are primarily governed by federal legislation. Currently, all states except Western Australia have transferred their powers to legislate for private sector workplaces to the federal government, which creates potential conflicts with the proposed state law. Allan mentioned that the government is exploring various legislative avenues, including the Equal Opportunity Act, to ensure the proposal is viable and enforceable. A consultation process will be established to determine which businesses and employee categories will be affected, as well as to define remote work parameters. The announcement has set the stage for a political showdown as the state approaches the November 2026 election. The coalition opposition has previously indicated a preference for a full return to office work for public servants. Shadow Treasurer James Newberry expressed that the government should mandate public servants to work from the office, although he did not clarify whether the coalition would implement such a requirement. This issue has already been contentious at the federal level, where opposition leader Peter Dutton had to retract a proposal to limit remote work for public servants amid public outcry. Meanwhile, state opposition leader Brad Batten acknowledged the value of remote work and expressed willingness to review the proposed legislation, stating, "The Victorian Liberals and Nationals recognize that working from home has become a valuable option for many workers and families." However, the announcement has sparked immediate backlash from business groups, including the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which raised concerns about potential negative impacts on productivity, teamwork, and mental health. Chief Executive Paul Guerra described the proposal as perplexing, especially in light of the federal government's push for increased productivity. He warned that if Victoria diverges from the national system, businesses may relocate interstate, resulting in job losses. The Australian industry group echoed these sentiments, labeling the proposal as blatant political opportunism and a serious overreach that could undermine business autonomy and economic confidence in the state. In response to the criticism, Allan expressed her readiness to confront business leaders who resist the change. "There are plenty of bosses who will fight us on this. I'm absolutely sure of it. Bosses who cling to outdated ways of working because they don't want to give up control. Bosses who think being seen at a desk is more important than a parent getting home for dinner with their kids," she remarked. Allan's determination signals a significant shift in the ongoing debate over work arrangements, highlighting the tension between traditional workplace norms and the evolving needs of modern employees. As the state prepares for this legislative battle, the outcome could reshape the future of work in Victoria and set a precedent for other states across Australia. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.